Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Larry Lamar. What's going on? What's going on? As y'all can see, things are a little bit different. I told myself, it's 2024, so we're gonna be trying things a little bit differently. I upgraded the platform a little bit. You guys gonna see some better edits coming, different recordings. And I'm not just gonna be, just doing this, just my speeches anymore. It's gonna be more, conversations. It's probably gonna become a podcast or just content. I don't know exactly where I'll be going with it, but the Lord's leading me down this path, and so I'm just gonna be, kind of getting into, content or doing reviews. I don't know yet, but I'm just kind of going off of my feeling, and we're gonna be doing some things differently right now, right? So, shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to my my supporters. And hopefully the messages that I'm gonna be, delivering, you guys feel. And so, something that kind of like landed on my heart, right? I was having this conversation, and I was thinking about, like, what is something that I can deliver or something that I could talk about, that's going to hit home, for you all. And that's something that I can work on as well. And when I was having this conversation with this person, we were talking about, production. We were talking about strategy. We were talking about how that, kind of affects, what I'm doing in my daily life, or how it could affect my daily life, right? And, we kind of talked about, doing some of the same things. Well, no, I don't want to even say that. Doing some of the same things. It is doing what makes you, right? Doing something that is to your strong suit. And sometimes I'm going to say this, right? Sometimes somebody can give you a strategy, right? Somebody can give you a play, give you a strategy, give you a guide on how things are, or how things should be, right? Or how things have been working, for them. But some of us don't necessarily fall into those particular guidelines. We don't fall into some of those boundaries, right? Now, what might work for one person might not work for you. And so, I'm having this conversation with this person, and I'm just thinking about, people that have different gifts and what they're doing, and I'm like, man, you know what? That is, it's true, right? So it's like, when I'm looking back on last year, and I'm seeing, some of the things that I did or did not do, and I'm thinking about, okay, was I working to my potential? Was I doing the things that make up who Lamar is, who I am? Did I put my special sauce on it? You know what I'm saying? Now, and I was like, okay, is it me or is it them? Am I doing myself? Am I doing me, or I'm fitting into the mold, and I'm doing something that works for somebody else, right? And I'm having this conversation with this person, and I just start going back, and I'm reviewing, and I know I've been praying, and I'm like, I haven't really tapped into myself, right? Like I know me, right? I know who I am, but at some point, I would say this at some point last year, with me trying to make that change, there was probably a part of myself that I neglected. What makes me a part of me that makes me special, a part of me who a lot of people love, who a lot of people probably need, I neglected that. And I was like, and I'm not telling this person this, but there's something that's in my mind. Me having that conversation with myself, I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's where I got the results from, right? And I'm gonna tell you guys this. You know, a lot of you know that I'm a strong believer in Christ. I'm a Christian man. You know, I pray daily, right? And one of the things I've been doing, I've been asking the Lord to, reveal to me, give me wisdom, help me understand, right? And and he's been kind of like show me bits and pieces, and I think it's because he wants me. I don't know, was I because I wasn't paying attention or whatever it was, but I've been slowly getting bits and pieces of the things that I need to do, and it's been building up this hunger in me, because I know God knows how I operate. Like like when I really shine is like when there's like a whole bunch of pressure, like when it's like game time, like when other people get like bothered, when other people kind of crack, like that's not me. In fact, when the fire is the hottest is when I get the most comfortable, is when I shine, because I like those pressured moments, right? And when things are cool, like I'm cool, right? And I'm working on getting to that state of production where I'm activated under that heavy pressure, right? Because that's when I know that I shine, when it's the heaviest, when things are against me, when I'm viewed as the underdog. There's something that I have that activates, that I can get myself out of certain predicaments, or my gift activates, and I know how to make certain moves when it comes to business. And so when I'm thinking about this stuff, and the Lord is kind of like bringing some things to me now, it's like, okay, you need to take what you do best and that pressure, and you need to spread it around what you do in your everyday life. Not just when everything's the heaviest, but also when it's the lightest, right? So, and it's not to say that I don't do my best throughout my life, throughout the day, whatever it is. But there's when the pressure is heaviest is when I can take it above to a whole nother level. When I get over that 100%, we're talking about 120%. We're talking about a laser focus, right? We're talking about when things seem dire. But why not do that in your everyday life? Like, why not put yourself under pressure every day? Why not activate at the highest level every day? Because I know I'm a naturally energetic person, and some people, might not like that. I understand that sometimes I can be a bit much. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can be a bit much. I ain't gonna hold you. I can be a bit much, right? But that's who I am, and I understand that. So my level of energy and my focus could be higher than the average, right? But that's not necessarily the highest I can go. And it's kind of like a mode, right? If you guys thinking about, let's say like a Street Fighter or a Mortal Kombat, when that gauge goes to the highest, right? You battling and battling, right? And your gauge finally gets to the highest to where it's on fire, and you can start doing your special moves, right? You do your special move when your gauge is full. And so it's like, okay, I need to operate with my gauge full all the time. And when you can operate when your gauge is full all the time, you'll never miss, or you always operate at a certain level to even if you miss the mark, there's still a level that you're going to be operating that's higher, so you don't miss. And you know what? And I don't know if I don't know if that's connecting right now, but that's the way that I'm feeling. If you can always be at your best, if you can always operate at 120%, where would you be, right? If you can always use your special move, how would your day look? How would your production look at the end of the year? So if you've been regular, and sometimes you doing something special, or sometimes you working at over capacity, at your peak, what if you were peak every day? What if you were peak every day? Every time? Who'd you be then? Where would you be now? Yeah, you're giving your best, but pushing yourself past your current level every day, that's a different type of focus. That's a different type of mindset. And I know if you go and look at that, and as you kind of downloading this and you kind of seeing what's going on, it's like, wait a minute. That could seem tiring. That could seem exhausting. But think about this. If you are doing that on an everyday basis, think about how your mind and your body is going to react to that. To where now you always working over your peak now becomes a normal. Right? That's your norm. You are separating yourself from the rest of the pack because you are operating at a peak. You always pushing towards your peak. Like, you always going over. There's a difference between giving best effort and going above and beyond. As E.T. say, is giving that 120%. Is given that dog, right? Is going above and beyond. And so when I look at last year, and when I seen, and as I seen what the Lord has done for me, first of all, I'm grateful above all else. I'm grateful above all else, right? but I also know I can do better. I also know if I worked at my peak every day, or push towards that, not just doing my best, but breaking my limits. What kind of Lamar would I be right now? And that's some food for thought. So I guess to kind of end this message, I want you all to see, or I want you guys to look at yourself, right? And see the effort that you put in. Let's just try for it. Let's just try for a week, right? Let's just try for a week. Change up everything that you've been doing and take it up another 2 or 3 notches. Right? Take it up another 2 or 3 notches. Whatever. And listen, I don't know what it is that you're doing. I don't know what it is where your focus is at. I don't know whatever your goal is at, right? Everybody got goals right now because it's, new year, new you. It's 2024, New Year's resolution. So whatever that is, whatever your goal is, whatever plan that you put in place, let's see what you can do for the next 7 days. And let's see if you're going to be different. Let's challenge ourselves, because you know what, we don't do this on a consistent basis, right? If you can do it for 30 days, it'd be different. But some of us ain't even did it for 1. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard for us to give. It's hard for us to focus. For a couple of weeks. Some of us even a couple of days, right? So again, we talking about reaching our peaks. So I want to push you to see what you can do in the next 7 days, a week from the day. So hopefully, I'm going to be uploading this. This is either going to be on Thursday or Friday. It's Wednesday night right now as I'm recording this, and so I want to push myself to upload this on Thursday. I'm gonna be on this journey with you guys, right? So I'm gonna push, right? I'm gonna push with you for the next 7 days, right? I'm gonna push to give you guys 7 days of content. I don't know how this gonna come. It's probably gonna come like this. It's gonna be, I'm gonna have some animations on here. I'm gonna do some editing on here. It's probably gonna be an introduction. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna push for 7 days, just like y'all. We're gonna do a 7-day challenge of pushing ourselves to an ultimate peak. So if that's working out, if that is creating content, if that's you uploading videos, I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, we're going to push for the next 7 days. And I want to see that results. Or I want you to see the results, because this message is for you. So whatever you can do in those next 7 days, I want you to grade yourself. If it's about losing weight or whatever it is, you're going to get on a scale today. And then in 7 days, let's see what progress that you at. Because you ain't been doing nothing anyway. So you ain't got nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose right now. And whatever you do in these next 7 days, you ain't got nothing to lose. But you got all to gain. You got all to gain. It ain't nothing but upside right now. It's nothing but upside right now. Because you ain't been doing nothing. So give yourself 7 days. Give yourself 7 days of operating at a level that you only occasionally work at. We're not going to be doing things by the normal script anymore. It's time out for that. It's not normal no more. That's not where we're at anymore. We're going to be doing things differently. We're going to be working at that peak. We're going to be working at an upper echelon level. at an elite level, at a premium level. We gonna be top shelf for 7 days. For 7 days, this is what we gonna do as a team, as a community. Give me 7 days. Give yourself 7 days. Do something better with yourself in these next 7 days. Push yourself to be at your peak. Break through your limits for the next 7 days. You find a couple of things, one thing, two things, whatever it is. Give yourself 7 days. And let's see what those results are going to be at the end of that. That's what we going to do. And since I gave the challenge out, I'm going to join in with you. We going to do this together. So, but, you know, that's how I'm ending it. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a podcast. I don't know if this is going to be, you know, that's another, you know, motivational video. I don't know. But we're going to be doing some things differently. And it starts today. It starts today. 7 days. Then after that, I'm going to give y'all another challenge. I'm going to give myself another challenge. All right? But it's your boy, Lay Lamar. Peace. You have to mean something to you.